such a joy to see you and to be able to sit down here with you again and talk. I've missed you, and I hope that you've been doing great. This is a very casual, chatty, get ready with me just to catch you up on things that have been happening around us and news, and yeah, so let's just, you know, jump in. I gotta think for a second here and just, what am I doing? Oh, I need to put my hair up. That would be good. And I got lashes stuck to my case here, but you know, it's okay. So about 3 weeks ago, almost 4 at this point, my husband had a little bit of a health scare, and he doesn't want me to share about it or go into detail on it. So I'll just tell you that much. And I was talking to a friend of mine that I met through this channel, and she had recommended Dr. Berg here on YouTube. And if you've not seen this doctor, he's utterly amazing. Highly recommend him. And I looked up what the issue my husband was having, and he had recommended the keto diet. And for those of you who've been around my channel for a while, you may remember that I did the keto diet twice after having my oldest son and my daughter for the specific purpose of losing weight, but I was amazed at how much better I felt on the keto diet. And then when I had my youngest son, the thing with the keto diet is there's so much prep work. There's a lot of, I mean, it's very involved. You know, if you've done it, then you understand. So after I had my youngest son and I had 3 under 3, yeah, that went by the wayside because I just didn't have the time to prep and do all the meals, and you know, I couldn't. And so now my youngest son is 4, almost 5, and you know, it's starting to feel like we can breathe again. Like everybody's potty trained now and everybody can put on their clothes now. It's like we're in a different phase, a new phase. And so anyway, I have been carrying around 30 extra pounds from having had him that I've been wanting to get rid of, but like I said, just haven't had the opportunity to do it. Using my favorite palette, this is the e.l.f. Bite Size. I love your latte. I'm down to, look at, I hit the pan on this shade again. I love this little shade right here. It is the best neutral. So all that to say, I know how effective the keto diet was for me. And so when I heard Dr. Berg talking about it for this specific thing he's dealing with, I was like, I gotta get him on this diet. And I've tried before to get him on the keto diet, but it wasn't successful. You know how some people just, they have to have something major happen to them before they'll make a life change? That's kind of like where he's at. So when this happened, and I started telling him about the keto diet and the effectiveness, and he's watching Dr. Berg's videos and getting all of this knowledge, he didn't even hesitate. I'm gonna go on this diet. And so I said, I'm gonna do it with you because I've been wanting to get back to it. And it's amazing how much extra weight will make you feel sluggish, tired, exhausted. You have this brain fog, you can't function. It's hard to wake up in the morning. I'll just zoom you in so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. Sorry about that. So long story short, all this to say that we both got on the keto diet at the same time. And it's been, like I said, about 4 weeks now. My husband has lost 15 pounds. 15 pounds. I'm down to 8. I've lost 8 so far, which I'm very, very thankful for. But what I'm noticing in my husband is completely astounding. He had these dark circles under his eyes for many, many years. His knuckles were starting to darken right here. We couldn't figure out why. There was no logical explanation. And then he started having swelling in his body. That has all disappeared. His knuckles are healthy, like mine are right here. They look completely natural now. The darkness under his eyes completely gone. The swelling all over his body has diminished. He has more energy. He can think more clearly. It's just changed. Both of us have just completely changed. I forgot how good it feels to be on this diet. So it's been wonderful. And I've been wanting to get off sugar for a while because I know how bad sugar is for our bodies, right? It's like, it's such a poison for our bodies, and it's in everything that we eat. you know? And trust me when I say that no one is addicted to sugar more than me. My gosh, you know? But a lot of these keto desserts, if you can find the right one, and I'm gonna share one with you today in the event that you've been looking to eliminate sugar from your diet, or maybe you're on the keto diet and you want a really good dessert, some of them make it feel like you are cheating, and it's like you're not missing anything. For those who don't know me, I love cookies. Cookies are my kryptonite. Cookies are what I would prefer to have on any holiday. I don't care about cake. I don't care about pie. I don't care, okay? Give me a cookie, I'm happy. But I was having so much trouble finding a keto cookie recipe that tasted like cookies. You know what I mean? And a lot of these cookie recipes will use like almond flour or coconut flour, and then it takes away from the texture of the cookie. I stumbled across this one that I'm sharing with you, and oh my gosh, you are going to be thanking me. It is the best cookie, man alive. And it doesn't make me feel like I'm missing anything. I actually am so satisfied with these, and they're super simple to make. So all you need is a nut butter of some kind. The recipe calls for cashew butter, but you can also use almond butter or natural peanut butter. So you'll just need 1 cup of that. And then you need whatever sweetener that you use. I use monkfruit sweetener. You can also use Swerve. The recipe actually calls for allulose. You add 1 egg, and then a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Oh, and the chocolate chips. You have to put the chocolate chips in. We used some from the Lily's brand that I believe are sweetened with stevia. Doing this from memory, I think that's all. I'm gonna have the full recipe for you below in the description box. In the event that I've missed anything, it will be there. So you mix all this together, you stick it in the fridge for about 30 minutes, and you let the dough harden up a little bit. Then you set your oven to 350 Fahrenheit, and you form the dough into little balls, and then you have to flatten them with a spoon because they're not going to flatten on their own. My goodness gracious, you cannot taste the nut butter. The nut butter turns into the consistency, texture, everything of what flour would be. Lately, I've really been enjoying the individuals, so that's what I'm gonna be doing today. These are from Kiss. It's called the New Natural, and they're these little individual eyelashes. These are short and medium, and so I put 1 of these on the inner corner, and then I put 3 of the medium on the middle and the outer corner. You can see there, that's a really nice simplistic look to the eyes, and they do have shorter ones, I believe. If this medium length would be too long for you, you could do the short ones all the way across too. Okay, on to the face. And there's another recipe I wanted to share with you that we have been absolutely loving on keto. So it's just gonna be a very quick little recipe. Again, if you're interested, I will have the full details on it in the description box below. So this is called Marry Me Chicken. And I promise you, no matter who you make it for, they're gonna wanna marry you. Very easy to make. You just season your chicken breasts with garlic and salt. You sear them on both sides, take them out of the pan, and then you add minced garlic with about 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons of oregano, depending on how much you like oregano. Saute that up, and then you add, I believe it is 3/4 of a cup of chicken broth in with that, about 1/4 of a cup of heavy whipping cream, and then a few sprinkles of Parmesan cheese with that, and you let that sauce simmer and thicken up slightly. Add your sun-dried tomatoes. This is the best part ever. And then add your chicken breast back into the pan. And sometimes I'll also add spinach in with the sauce, which is really amazing. Stick the whole thing in the oven at 350 for about, I want to say 10 or 15 minutes until your chicken breasts are cooked through. Depends on how thick your chicken breasts are. Oh my gosh. This is why, like, my husband and I were just talking about this the other night. We're like, I'm so glad we haven't had to give up recipes like this. It's just amazing. So you feel like you're cheating even though you're not, and you're still losing weight, which is completely astounding to me. We both are having such amazing results with doing this. And I have to tell you too, after having done this twice myself, and it took a lot of self-discipline for me when I was by myself, because everyone around me was eating whatever they wanted and I was just, you know, doing keto. But having my husband be on this journey with me at the same time has been really, really motivating, I have to say. Like, I didn't realize how motivating it would be to have him with me. We've both decided that we're not going to do this just to lose weight this time. We're both going to do it as a lifestyle. Like, it's going to become our way of eating because we've seen so many benefits from it. New subject. So my husband and I decided recently that we wanted to just redo our bedroom, and it's just one of those things because we've spent so much time and energy on the kids' rooms for so long that we've neglected our own room. And so we wanted to get a new bed, and we were looking at this bed that was just stupidly expensive, like dumb expensive. And I was like, there's no way that we are spending that kind of money on that, you know? So I saw this TikTok of this woman who had gotten a bed on Facebook Marketplace, and then she went and made it her own. And I used to do this kind of stuff before I had kids. I love to go out and find furniture that was just neglected and needed repair, or that needed to just have a fresh coat of paint. You know, I love doing stuff like that. And so I said, you know, I would love to do this again. And so that's what I did. I went on Facebook Marketplace. I found this beautiful bed. Oh my gosh. I'm going to show you a picture of it right here. Let me see if I can put it on the screen. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And I decided to paint it white and add some wooden appliques to it. And I filmed it as like a little video that I was going to share here on the YouTube channel. So I might have that up next week if you want to see it more in depth, just to see what I did and the outcome of it. It came out so beautifully. I have been loving this, by the way. This is one of the Maybelline Kisser Cream Blushes. What shade was this? This was in Blazing Blush. It is so pretty on the cheeks. And I wanted to share with you too. I believe I had shared at the beginning of this summer that I was going to work on having all 3 kids swimming by the end of the summer, right? I think you remember me talking about that. I got 2. 2 out of 3. Woo, woo, 2 out of 3. That ain't bad. And I was concerned most about Gia because she had a little bit of trauma from her brother when she was younger, with him pushing her head under the water. And so we were having some issues with her putting her head under the water, and this went on for several weeks, but I didn't push it. You know, I just kept, you know, encouraging her and saying, you're doing great, you're doing great, you're doing great. Well, then all of a sudden one day she just sticks her whole head under the water, and then she's out there diving for toys, and I'm like, what is happening here? Like, she just got it in her head. She just wanted to do it. And Jet was over there encouraging her and teaching her. And now the 2 of them are just in there diving for toys and swimming like fish. And like, it is amazing. Isn't that pretty? I love it. Now, Ace was starting to swim last year. He was doing great at the end of the summer. He was diving for toys, and he was just beginning to learn how to swim. And then for whatever reason, he got cold feet this year, and he hasn't wanted to learn at all. And I'm not the type to push them if they don't want to learn. You know, I kind of want to wait until they're ready. I did the same thing with potty training, and I know most people will tell you, oh, that's so bad. But I don't believe in pushing kids to do things before they're ready. It's just not in me to do that. And so he told me the other day, I really don't want to swim right now. I want to stay on my floaty. And so I'm like, well, if that's what you want to do, then we'll ride with that. But I'm hoping someday in the near future, you know, we'll get this unction to just begin learning how to do it. For my lips, I'm using Maybelline Shaping Lip Liner in the shade Dusty Rose. I have been loving this lip liner and I'm pairing that up with Maybelline's Born With It, which I have to get another one of because I love this stuff. But I also really like it as a cheek color too. So that's why it's been used up as much as it has, because it looks really beautiful on the cheeks. By the way, I've had a lot of questions on my hair color. I did change it and I've been using the same one consistently, but it's hard to find. Gosh, it's hard to find. I get it at Sally Beauty, and it's the Clairol liquid hair color in the shade 8RN, which I believe is called Light Strawberry Blonde. It is the most beautiful, light, like you can see, it is gorgeous. That's what I've been using, and I'll try to have that linked for you below in the description box if you would like to check it out for yourself, because I know a lot of people ask about my hair color all the time, but that's what I've been using consistently, and I absolutely love it. And then when this fades out, it becomes just a very soft blonde red. It's absolutely gorgeous when it fades too. But I just want to say thank you so much to everyone for your patience with me in this time. It's been like this. That's what it feels like it's been. It's like every time I turn around, there's something new being thrown at me. There's a new challenge. There's a new, let's do this, you know, and life has not been going like that. It's been a little, yeah, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be able to be home with the kids, to be able to homeschool, you know, and we're getting back into the routine of homeschooling now, and it takes about 20 days to establish a routine. So now that we've been in the summer routine, we have to transition back to homeschool routine, and the kids have been pretty good about transitioning back. So that is where we're at. So I thank you for being here. I thank you for sticking in here with me, and I hope that you enjoyed today's chatty get ready with me. I speak love, peace, and joy into you and into your home. Wishing you a beautifully blessed weekend ahead, and I look forward to seeing you next week, where I will more than likely share that video on the bed, and we'll do some more chitty chat type stuff, and I got some new makeup to talk about, so I will see you then.